Hello guys, if you can hear me, can you please write something in the chat? I am in a public space, so I want to know if you all can hear me. Okay, perfect. Ah, ¿Cómo puedo ver los comentarios, saben? Los comentarios en YouTube. No, es que no lo descargado. Okay, guys, so I will have the GSS open because I cannot see your comments from the app. But in case you cannot hear me or something, please tell me from the GSS and I will change it. So let me just open the presentation and we will start in 2 minutes. Ay, hay muy mal internet. I'm just looking for the GSS and we will start. Give me 1 second. Super. So we will start, guys. I'm already here. So let me just go. Okay, perfect. There's a tab that says MCPPR PDY official. So any doubt, please feel free to write it here. And at the end, I will be answering them all. So perfect. Hello, guys. Welcome. My name is Katia Lara, and I am MCVP Partnership Development for Youth in ISEC in Mexico. And I am really glad to have you all here today. First of all, or what we're going to be seeing today here, is a little bit of context of my role since MC vibe. How do we envision the role for the next term? In general, terms of results, what had happened with university relations, with in general conferences, and what we expect to have for the next term with you guys applying. So first of all, what we envision as partnership development is to build a big, relevant, and sustainable ISEC in Mexico. Why PDY is not like the only part of PD. Here you can see like my whole team. It's Nelly, that was national account, Juan David, that is our team leader, and Carmen, that is MCVPPR. Why I am telling you this? Because my role have quite different directions and different focus that have changed and gonna be changing for the next term. And I will tell you first of all a little bit of context so you can understand a little bit more of the focuses that I have now, and it can help you for your application. So first of all, starting from MC Vibe, it had two different roles. My role was like two in one, and I will tell you a little bit why. With MC Vibe, we used to have a network of PR and VP's marketing. That was MC Vibe was 15, 16, and after that, and that was with my tech. After that, MC Hub came, and there was Carla Soledad, and she was MCVP PR. What happened with MC Hub is that VP's marketing disappeared, and we had a network of VP's PR that were for the term of 2016, the second semester, and the first semester of 2017. Something to like a highlight in this term is that we didn't have any more VP's marketing. And after when we entered as MC Neon, Carmen was well, no, Carmen is not was Carmen is the current MCVP PR, and she was in charge of the commission. So all the transition regarding VP's PR was with her. But what happened is when we were in planning, we saw that the VP's PR and the OGX were doing all their strategies focused in university relations, and no one was taking care of university relations. So while talking and everything and discussing, we decided that the best was that the commission have focused in university relations, and the whole network passed to be with me. So Carmen can be like a role of PR, an external role with government, with alumni, with media, and other projects that she has. So these VPs PDYs that are literally partnership development for youth are university relations oriented. Let's say this is one part of one of my JDs, but the other thing, and it's also good for you to know, is that with MC Vibe we had another person that was Natalia Pachon. She was business development for IGT. That means that she was in charge of opening new partners and opening a new GTs for IGT, and she was completely in charge of Youth Speak Forum. She was the main responsible. So after that, the role became partnership development for youth when Rebecca Chapa entered with MC Hub. Becky was completely in charge, and she was 100% in Youth Speak Forum. But she started having like a little bit of university focus, prospecting new universities, signing contracts with them, and once they were signed, she used to delegate them to the LTs, and she's my predecessor. Uh, when I started my term, I was officially 100 in charge of Youth Speak Forum and conference for ISH in Mexico. But as I told you before, my role completely changed, and in July, I was in charge of the commission or the network of PR that became PDY. So in this slide, I explain you right now how was my role in the past semester and all the focuses that I have and the difference from past semester to this one. So as I told you, my role right now is university relations, where I have the VP's PDY. The past semester, I used to have 9 VPs, and Youth Speak Forum completely was in my charge. Also, I have a support body that is a conference manager, and he helped me with all the standardization of national and international conferences. In case of you don't know, now we are hosting America's Congress here in Mexico City. So all these national and international conferences are in my structure. but with help of the conference manager, which is like in my structure the main responsible. But at the end, in the MC, I am the final responsible for all the sustainability of the conferences in the network. So this means that the conference team or the thesis are also inside my structure. So as you can see, I have three different focus in the past semester. And what happens in planning is that now, yes, I have university relations and the VPs in my structure, and I still have, because of my profile, the conferences and still the conference manager, but I don't have any more youth speak. Youth speak is now in charge 100% of Carmen Guillen, and she's our MCVP. And why all of this happened? Okay, so the past semester I used to have 10 VPs, but right now I have 30 VPs in my charge. So my role should be focused 100% in commission management and helping to boost OGX completely. So if I had youth speak and if I have conferences, I will completely lose focus and do not have in my priorities the VPs. So VPs should be a priority. That's why the role, how Tammy envisioned it, is that is only focused in commission management. National macro project sales, that will be the MCVP PDY main role. Yes, we are still PD, so we still need to do sales, and this means macro projects with new universities, prospecting new ones, and selling sponsor exchanges for OGX. And it's completely 100% OGX oriented. University relations do not have a focus in ICX at all these days, or this year, or the next year. Is completely OGX oriented. So, having a little bit of context, I want to talk to you a little bit about our network, that is PDY, and how it have become from past semester to this one. So the past year, we were called Ohana, but this year the identity that became really strong among the network is that we are lions. As I told you before, we have 30 VPs, and from 10 to 30, that's amazing. I will tell you a little bit more about ay, ¿cómo dices medidas? Se me olvidó. Our measures, I'm sorry. So our main measures are just three, but from these three, you can have like a lot of many things. So the first one is leads, the percentage that an LT or national level we grow from the university relations to each product of OGX, sales for OGE and OGB in a local and in a national level. This is what I was telling you, that one of our focus is to be selling macro projects for OGX, sponsor macro projects. And the third one, of course, is university fidelization. We aim to have offices, local offices, intercommittees. We aim to have contracts. We aim to be liberating social service, professional practices with ISEC, or even some credits from school, in order for them to take an exchange, and it can help them with the university, and it's gonna make in a local level. It's gonna make easier to sell them. So, a little bit of the results, or what we achieved on the past semester with our 10 PPs, is first of all is that we have 20 new contracts with universities. Ones are the ones that we already work with, and others are new universities that local committees are aiming to work with. So here you can see a little bit of the growth from PDY, from University Relations, to ODB, from the first semester to the second semester of the 2017 year. So as you can see, UR in OGB had a percentage of 15 leads coming from university relations, and in the second semester we had the 22 percent of leads coming from university relations. And why this happens? We ran eight foros universitarios in the past in the past semester, and our focus from PDY was completely or 100% in OGB. All the strategies that we used to do were focused in push OGB, and just we left a little bit by side OGE and OGT. So we wrote 7%. And here you can see all the channels where the contribution was mainly from UR, and it was you can see them here. And something I want to add here is that we did some local events from PDY as Foros Universitarios, as I told you, and some others also attended to some local events. But because before we didn't have these separations from PR and UR, the leads that were from events were now were counted with PR. So now that we did this differentiation, all the events that are gonna be run in a local level are gonna be part of university relations. So the only ones the leads that are coming from PR is these two: alumni, media, radio, TV, and posting. So now you can see with OGE, from the first semester from the past year to the second semester, we decreased at 30% in leads coming from UR. And you can see that over here, digital marketing and PR took a little bit more of advantage in this year. And for OGT, we decreased a 5%. And you can see that also digital marketing took a really bigger market than us in OGT. So as I told you before, we didn't focus at all in OGT and OGE. And that's why part of the current strategy is to be focusing in the three products: OGT, OGE, and OGB. Now that we already make that the LCs understand why university relations are important and what are our main measures for this network. So as you can see, these are the goals that we achieve for OGB, OGT, and OGE. And here you can see in the second tab. Why am I showing you this? It have a reason, because when you see the APDs, that's in a national level how we plan according to the conversion rate, the number of leads that we are gonna be contributing from each channel: digital marketing, PR, voice to voice, university relations, etc. So, in order for you to know a little bit more, I will show you. This is our conversion rate. In general, the leads in a national level that we need for OGB are 9,878. Why? They are a lot because we have a really bad conversion rate in a national level. And OGE, we need 6,530 leads coming in a national level from all the channels that I showed you before. And for OGE, 1,673. But from university relations, if we plan to grow 5%, I guess that this goal is it's achievable because we used to have 10 VPs and now we have 30. So if we focus the VPs in the three products or the two products, it depends on what they are running. I guess of course we can achieve and we can make it more because now we have, like, in a national level or local level, we have more people working towards this. So 4,294 are the leads, the goal, coming from university relations for this term in order to achieve the goal that OGS have for the three products. And for OGB, for OGT, and for OGE, how many leads are we planning? And this is the percentage that we plan to grow. So we are planning to have a percentage of contribution for OGB of 27%, OGT 18%, and OGE 27%. Cool. And for this, of course, we need to track the leads that are coming per LC and the contribution that each LC is having for each product. So we have a tracker where every LT put the contribution that they have, and for this, from this is where we need to grow. For example, if Chihuahua is having a contribution for OGB or OGE of a 16%, the ideal is that Chihuahua must go for a 26%, a term like growing at 10%, because they are already having an area specialized in this. And this like just in a local level, we are trying to make LCs aware of their local conversion rate, and that's why we are tracking this kind of leads, because in our local trackers the LCs should be aware of the conversion rate that they have in order for them to know what are their local goals of leads in order to achieve their goal of APDs. Cool. So what we are prospecting is that none of them prospect at least less than 10% of growth, and they can divide them in the 6 months that they have for the first semester and see how it works. If it's better to make it, for example, like in a local level, they prospect their growth, or according to the national goal that we have to divide them from LCs. But we think that we're gonna try that each LC plan according to their APD goals, this growing, and we are trying to make it more specialized. Why? Because it's not only growing in terms of university relations. We aim them to grow, but we aim LCs to become university based. This means that they have an official university where they can take the leads for their market. Because if you see or if you analyze all the data from the LCs, they have 20 universities prospected, and they have like 10 APDs from one, 5 from another one, 15 from another one. And that means that we are not going through to our market in the way that we should be doing it. So that's why we are trying to make it more specialized, by events, by media, by stands, by sessions, and etc. So this is a local tracker that we're going to be using in order for them to be more specialized, and we're going to be tracking also that the leads that are coming from UR are coming from the 3 university focus that they have. They already did this research that these 3 universities have to give them markets in order to attack their 3 products and have leads for the 3 products. Cool. So this is like general, like the local tracker, and also for them to be planning how many leads have to be each week and per month. And talking a little bit about events and conferences, México hacia 2030 is an initiative that comes from the past semester from Carla Soledad in terms of PR, and this was the event focused in university relations that the LC could run. So the first stage or the first trial for this event was in October of past semester, and we run 8. I'm sorry, this is wrong. This 6. They were 8. We run 8 forums, university forums, and there were some good case practice, but there were also some fuck ups. Why? Because if we wanted to measure how many people were coming or were interested from university relations, we should do like a tracker or a national tracker from Podio, like the national one, but we didn't. So the LZs did like local registration, and that didn't help us to analyze all the data to know how many leads were coming from UR because of México hacia 2030. So that's why this semester we are going to make it in a national level, and we are going to be standardizing more the university forum. But this forum basically enters into of the measures that we have for PDY. It enters into university relations and it's like the event that we do for OGB. Why university relations? Because the people that we want to be there in that forum are the directors, the main responsibles of internationalization or social practices or social services that are from the university that are going to be engaged with ISEC and believe a little bit more in what we are doing. And why is it a powerhouse for OGB? Because it's not like a specialized market that we have in that event. So it's more difficult. Maybe it can work for OGT and OGE, but because they are more specialized markets, it's the powerhouse for OGB to take the leads from this forum. So what do we do? So what do we do with this forum right now? One of the measures that the VPs are going to be having is to have at least 80 assistants. The ideal is 100, but at least 80 assistants to this forum. So we do this in the attraction phase from OGB, so they can take the needed leads in order to achieve their ATVs. And okay, so a little bit of conferences of what we have been working this year is Apollo was a national conference. We took MC Neon started with conferences starting from Apollo, and what happened is Apollo became regional. So we were running at the beginning. We were running with for local or regional conferences, in charge of with my conference manager. But what happened is that we didn't don't scale the message really good and we were struggling with attendance from people. At the end the things went really good and we have profit from all the conferences, and it helped us to standardize a little bit more of processes, filters for CCs, also getting profit in all of our conferences, and getting the chance to host an international conference that is America's conference. So we do not have the final report of Conal. We're still waiting for it, but it's around. I guess it's gonna be around 50,000 of pesos that we're gonna be having profit. And right now, the challenge with conferences is having an international conference in April, and one day after we're ending AMCO, and the day after we are starting with Atlantis. So the main challenge here is to I have your MCP here. So the main challenge here is to get the profit and to get to the attendance in all of our conferences, and also all the standardization, tracking, and coaching for all the CCs in order to ensure that we are definitely having profits and having more quality in all of our conferences. So in the end, this is our PDY network. These are the VPs from the past semester, and these are the current VPs for this semester. As I told you, now we have 30 VPs. And a little bit about the role and my MC experience. Well, I guess my role passed a lot of storming because I had to make a strategy completely focused in OGX and based in university relations. That was something that had never been before in ISEC in Mexico, and that should have happened in 3 weeks. So the past semester where it was a little bit more of the final strategy on or how are we gonna be following it, and the MC understand a little bit of the synergies that we have to be having with OGX and how PDY can really boost OGX. So what was gonna be my main focus and why it should be focused 100% in commission management, and of course you are relevant because we have 10 BPs. So even like the work that we were doing with them, not all the LCs understand the main role or why they should be having someone focused in university relations. So I guess that was one of most struggles within my MC term. That it's not gonna be happening for you, so that's really nice. But apart from that, it's a really amazing experience. One of the things I enjoy the most is having my network, my VPs, and that they actually now they believe in the strategy and they know what is their role and what is their contribution. That they need to understand 100% operations and they need to be OGX oriented if they want to make it happen. So right now we are running certifications for them in order to make them actually understand OGX. But apart from that, it had been like a really amazing experience. My PD team is always there for me. And in general, like the MC, even though we have different personalities and working and living with the same people, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. It has been so far one of the best experience of my life. And definitely, guys, it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be hard, but of course, it's gonna be worth it. So if you are still doubting in applying to be MC or applying to PDY, it's a really nice role. It's a role that's gonna challenge you, and you have to innovate a lot, and that's nice because I guess not all the people have this fortune or this privilege to build a legacy for ISEC in Mexico, continue it, and continue improving things that can be, of course, improved. So right now, if you have any doubt, is the time to check the DSS. Or if you want me to talk a little bit more about something, I guess what you should know about like the numerical status is what you should focus in order to make the application or understand a little bit more of PDY. But I cannot see the chat, so in case you are writing over there, please write them in the GSS. Something I guess that I didn't mention and I just remember it. I'm sorry. Right now, the university forums are just gonna be run by LCs that are certified. What does this mean? And also with macro projects, because we aim for PDY VPs to really understand OGX. We really need to ensure that they are capable to sell and to run all the products that a PDY needs, like all the questions that an EP must have when they sell the product. A university have them, but like in a double way. So that's why we are implementing educational cycles for OGX, and at the end, we're gonna apply them an OGX exam that is going to be the certification, and the LCs that pass this exam with a minimum of 75% are the ones that are going to be able to run macro projects and to run the university forum. So everyone is able to run this. We just need like to have the VPs committed to the purpose and to actually make sure that they are understanding OGX. I guess that was important to know, and I didn't mention it. LC contribution se refiere cuántos leads per UR genera cada LC. Yes. Por la parte de, sí, the contribution per LC, I will read it because I don't know if you can all see it. But what you will find in the GSS is the contribution that the LC had from the past semester per program. And they all take it from Podio, from the official that it's linked with expat. I will put you here the link because I didn't. It can help you with all your data analysis. That is the master track that we are currently having for PDY and all the VPs, so you can understand a little bit more. And this is my mail in case you have further questions. El crecimiento con respecto a qué año o información se está esperando comparar. From the past semester, because PDY have just existed for one semester, so we need to compare this growth since we have VPs PDY that were focused in university relations. El crecimiento con respecto a qué año información. It's the past semester. The past year, the first semester, and the second semester of the past year. Do you have any other question? Okay. Sí, Karen, los números que les mostré son del primer semestre comparados con el segundo semestre. Entonces, tuvimos un poco 100% en OGB y pues el crecimiento fue del 7%, pero o sea, no nos enfocamos para nada en OGE y en OGT. Entonces, ahorita para el semestre, o sea, este que viene, no estamos priorizando ninguno, estamos priorizando los tres productos, entonces buscamos recuperar el porcentaje que estábamos teniendo y pues crecer en los tres productos, no solamente en uno. ¿Cuál ha sido el plan de acción? Es para PR o para PDY. ¿Cuál ha sido el plan de acción para los comités que no han tenido una buena relación con las universidades? Pues primero que nada tenemos pues muchos comités que realmente no han, pues que no tenían una persona encargada de relaciones universitarias, entonces dentro de los medibles pues está la fidelización con la universidad. Entonces dentro de esa estrategia entra los reportes mensuales y vamos a estar midiendo, vamos a estar revisando que en efecto tengan contacto con la universidad, pero cada semestre se van a tener desayunos universitarios para cada ELSI, en donde se haga un reporte de todo lo que ha pasado, los tipos de perfiles que se han ido de intercambio, qué facultades funcionan, cuáles no, para o sea, la reportabilidad es como un no negociable para este año, para que realmente las universidades vean pues todo el potencial que se tiene con IoT. Y por parte del equipo nacional se van a estar haciendo llamadas a los contactos principales para ver qué tipo de seguimiento el comité local le ha estado dando a la universidad. Estamos corriendo macroproyectos actualmente. Hay ELSIs que están en proceso de firmar convenios. Tenemos, por ejemplo, a UP y el año pasado Ciudad Juárez, pero el de Ciudad Juárez era con gobierno que al final ya no se ejecutó. Ahorita tenemos únicamente a UP y yo tengo un convenio por ahí igual como en proceso. Entonces vamos a correr un ciclo de educación para macroproyectos para que justamente pues conozcan cómo saber utilizar los fondos. ¿Tienen alguna? Ah, se están escribiendo. ¿Cuál consideras que ha sido una dificultad para la sinergia con OGB? Yo creo que primero que nada era como entender de que iba como el rol de una persona de relaciones universitarias y cómo íbamos a estar trabajando con los exchangers. Entonces, pues como les comenté, el semestre pasado era mucho storming, de saber cómo realmente íbamos a estar trabajando. Yo creo que ahí fue pues comunicación tanto a nivel local como a nivel nacional, porque pues como no todos los comités tenían, o sea, de 38 VPs, únicamente yo tenía 10 VPs que eran UR oriented, realmente las estrategias nacionales muchas veces pues era más complicado como poder lanzar como la información general, pues porque no muchos lo vieran, no muchos le iban a seguir más bien, pues porque no teníamos VPs en la mayoría de los comités. Entonces, pues ahorita que sí ya tenemos VPs, yo creo que más que nada es la comunicación y hasta dónde llega un OGB y hasta dónde llega una persona de relaciones universitarias. Algunas universidades les gusta mentorear externos, lo que hacen con organizaciones como ISL. ¿Se ha pensado trabajar con medios externos o es algo que deben hacer otras áreas? Realmente el enfoque ahorita de PDY no es trabajar con media ni con gobierno, porque necesitamos, primero que nada, que los ESIs entiendan 100% OGX y que entiendan cómo trabajar con su universidad, porque si les empezamos a meter de otras cosas, se nos van a desenfocar y se nos van a poder hacer proyectos con media, con gobierno, y eso es como un struggle que de hecho se tuvo el semestre pasado, que tenían enfoque en ICX, que tenían enfoque en media, que tenían enfoque en gobierno, y realmente no funcionaba para que realmente se enfocaran como en algo y fueran orientados a resultados en ese aspecto. Entonces, no nos está pensando solamente en medios externos, los lleva en este caso PR, y si buscamos medios pero universitarios, estar en la Gaceta, o hay algunas universidades que tienen radio, que tienen televisión, ese tipo de medios sí estamos buscando atacarlos. Para la ejecución de los foros, ¿qué les proporciona Equipo Nacional a las entidades para desarrollar el foro? Pues digamos, toda la parte, o sea, es un evento brandeado a nivel nacional, entonces toda la parte de estandarización, empezando pues con el branding, que era algo que ya se estaba trabajando y pues que se empezó como a implementar. Otra, pues toda la parte como de dirección, que muchos los querían hacer en fechas que no funcionaban para el attraction realmente de OGX. Entonces teníamos que trabajar en conjunto con OGB para ver qué fechas eran las que se podían realmente trabajar y que pues les funcionara a los OGX para conseguir los leads. Y pues toda la parte como de coaching y soporte a lo largo del foro, pues en lo que tuvieran dudas, toda la parte como de agenda, Igual teníamos una alianza a nivel nacional con Education First, entonces se les proporcionaron algunos comités, welcome packages que llenaban como a tiempo pues todas las herramientas. Los welcome packages eran patrocinados desde Nacional. Y pues tal cual pues es toda la parte como de coaching y tracking. Y creo que algo cool o algo que deberían de saber o que va a evolucionar para el siguiente semestre es que se está trabajando con el área de marketing para que dentro de la página de IESEC.org tengamos un espacio para los foros universitarios y todo el tráfico pues, que se genera pues desde la parte de marketing realmente pueda ser algo que les pueda ayudar a los comités locales. Al igual que creo que uno de los focus era como no haber llevado un registro nacional, ahorita ya se va a llevar un registro nacional en donde nosotros sepamos o vayamos viendo las estrategias de attraction, qué tanto están funcionando y con qué comités tenemos que pushar más y a lo mejor con quienes pueden empezar como enfocarse en otras cosas. La segmentación según las necesidades de las universidades también entra como sinergia entre PDY y OGX. ¿A qué te refieres con las necesidades de las universidades? Cómo hacer una planeación o replaneación mejor segmentada según las carreras o facultades y lo que las universidades esperan de nosotros así. Ya te entendí. Sí, de hecho, ya se hizo como un análisis de cuáles eran las 3 universidades foco que los CELSIS deberían de tener y eso se hizo acorde a los APDs que se tuvieron del año pasado. Entonces, cuáles eran las universidades que tenían más mercado, pero sobre todo acorde como al perfil, como ahorita, pues como pasó el split de OG y OGT, pues obviamente el mercado es diferente. Entonces, a partir pues de las facultades que tiene la universidad y el tipo de perfiles, es como ellos iban priorizando cuáles iban a ser las 3 focos. O sea, las 3 universidades foco que ellos tienen ya les tienen que dar el mercado que ellos tienen para los 2 o 3 productos que estén corriendo según su ELSI. Y acorde a justamente como a las facultades que han funcionado mejor, son con las que se van a estar buscando pues atacar mejor el mercado y crecer mucho más la relación. Una vez que la tengan cool, pues que ya puedan empezar a trabajar a lo mejor con nuevas relaciones. ¿Cuál ha sido el trabajo realizado y que se proyecta realizar con asociaciones universitarias o cada universidad es una historia diferente? No se tiene una relación a nivel nacional con asociaciones universitarias porque justamente cada universidad es diferente, pero sí algo que se les dice como a los ELSIS es que tienen que buscar justamente como las asociaciones que tiene cada una de sus universidades y tienen que trabajar con ellas. Por ejemplo, en Monterrey, en Tec Monterrey, buscan las asociaciones de la universidad y muchas veces llegan como directo por ahí porque es mucho más fácil a estas asociaciones que ya tienen buena relación con la universidad o que ya es mucho más ubicable para que justamente se les facilite la entrada como hay ese. Listo, ¿tienen alguna otra pregunta? ¿Cuál es la mejor región de México? ¿En cuanto a qué? Me preguntaron eso. ¿Cuál es la mejor región de México? Ok, hay un mínimo esperado de número de leads que se pueden generar por universidad. O sea, como que ya se vuelvan específicos. Lo que estamos haciendo es que acorde a la meta de PDYs que tienen por cada producto, revisamos el conversion rate y ese es, digamos, como la meta de leads que tiene como cada comité con cada producto. Pero por ahora lo que estamos haciendo es que vamos a traquear que sea un 40% por lo menos que provenga pues de las 3 universidades foco. Un 40-50% es lo que estamos como definiendo. Y ya lo demás, pues hay muchos comités que todavía pues les llegan leads naturalmente, pues que les puedan llegar pues pero sí, o sea, todavía no tenemos una meta por universidad, pero sí tienen que venir de sus 3 focos y eso es lo que vamos a estar traqueando. Luego, ¿cuál es la ruta que comúnmente han usado los comités para generar una fuerte relación con las universidades? Eh, pues básicamente primero creo que empieza desde reclutamiento, empiezan a reclutar personas de la universidad en la que quieren atacar, porque pues muchas veces es mucho más fácil que puedan llegar o que puedan entender la realidad de esa universidad si ya son estudiantes, y es también mucho más fácil que la universidad les suelte información si ya son estudiantes de ahí a que una persona externa llegue. Entonces, pues primero es eso, la segunda también pues buscar las asociaciones que tienen y ver pues de qué manera tienen relación con ellos. Ok, están escribiendo. ¿Cómo ves el área en un año en resultados? Eh, realmente veo VPs 100% OGX oriented y que realmente entiendan. Veo un crecimiento considerable en macroproyectos, pero sobre todo en la parte de crecimiento en cuanto a leads, yo esperaría un 50%, un 50, un 40%. Yo creo que un 40% es un número bastante como affordable para, para el crecimiento de University Relations dentro de un año. Y por la parte de macroproyectos, procesos estandarizados. O sea, ahorita apenas pues, es una educación que apenas vamos a empezar a dar, pero la idea es que sea pues un know-how que ya se empieza a transmitir, el cómo correr macroproyectos y la importancia de ya tener cooperaciones, finanzas estables, formas de cómo traquear un macroproyecto de la mejor manera. ¿Qué relación existe entre PDY y los completes? O sea, no se llega al punto de dar el informe a la universidad. De dar el informe a la universidad en cuanto a la reportabilidad, ¿te refieres? Realmente no hemos pensado en completes para PDY. Creo que podría ser algo bueno, pero pues hasta ahora realmente no ha sido un tema del que hemos hablado. Solo se llega al punto de dar el informe. Sí, se llega a cuántas personas se fueron de intercambio con IESEC de cada producto, los perfiles. De nada. Listo, chicos, pues si no tienen alguna otra duda, mis datos de contacto, mi correo pues está aquí. Revisen esta Master Track, les puede ayudar muchísimo a toda la parte de análisis por ELSIS y pues la actual contribución que tiene cada uno. Ahí viene pues toda la información, cómo se está traqueando, cómo se va a empezar a traquear a nivel local y pues cualquier duda que tengan, pues con toda la confianza pueden decirme, ¿vale? Y igual voy a estar revisando esta GCS por si llegan a tener algunas dudas, poderlas resolver directamente por aquí. Terminé hablando en español porque todos hablaban español aquí, pero bueno. Que tengan una bonita noche y pues les deseo muchísimo éxito. Recuerden que PD está aquí por ustedes y queremos que ustedes estén aquí por PD. Les mando un abrazo y bonita noche.